Hey everybody, this is Comic Book Hangover. It is Thursday, and it is time once again for another weekly haul video. So this week I'm gonna talk about a couple of books that I picked up last week. I'm gonna share with you some books that I got from CodyCon 2021. Got a small selection of books from him, and then we're gonna wrap it up this week with the books that I grabbed this week at my LCS. So let's jump into it. Let's get into E-Ratic number 2. This is actually getting to be a very interesting book. I don't know if you haven't checked this out, if you still find the first issue, I do recommend it. It was a lot of fun. It's a 5-issue miniseries from AWA, which I think is Artist Writers Alliance. I'm an old school wrestling fan, so for me the AWA is the American Wrestling Alliance or Association. It's fun. That's really all I can say about it. It reminds me of when Marvel back in the 90s, they were introducing new characters like Darkhawk and Sleepwalker, and they're just back to basics, just fun characters. You got a kid who has powers for, like, I think it's 10 minutes a day, and then he's got to recharge, and he's trying to keep it a secret, but there's this organization that's after him for whatever means. I mean, the assumption is they're nefarious means. They want to dissect the kid and find out how he got his powers and how they work. But there's also this very slim possibility that these people might actually try to help him. But it's a fun series. It's got some amazing art. The coloring is great. I mean, even just this cover. I loved this cover. I liked the cover for the first one as well. So this was going to be my make or break it issue, and this definitely made it. So I'm going to be sticking with this for the rest of its run. And if the rest of the miniseries is as good as this, then when they do another one, I'm going to be on board for that as well. The next one that I want to talk about from last week, Big Girls number 6, with what is arguably one of the most misleading covers we've gotten in comic books in a long time. But I'm from what I read, that was kind of intentional, so I'm not upset about it. But this wraps up the first story arc of Big Girls. So after this, they're going to be doing a graphic novel, probably a hardcover collection of the 6 issues. If you can find that and you haven't read this series yet, definitely check it out. This was another one of those really good short run independent books. Nice to get away from Marvel, nice to get away from DC and find some other really fun stuff. Big Girls, you got a world where men mutate into these things, they call them jacks, mutate into those things, and they seem to be, at the beginning of the series, they're portrayed as being mindless. But as the series goes on, you find out that they're not as mindless as we've been led to believe, and that there are certain people within the sanctuary that these people have created that want to perpetuate the myth and the thinking that these jacks are just monsters, just want to destroy and kill everything. Mostly because, as always, if the truth comes out, then they would lose control. So you got a really good wrap up. You've got it's one of those really well done books where it's wrapping up everything that needs to be wrapped up, but it still leaves it gives you some new threads, some new roads that you can travel down if they decide to continue it. And I really, truly, and sincerely hope they continue this as another miniseries. As an ongoing book, I don't think it would work very well, but as a series of miniseries, I think it would excel very well, because the way the story is and the type of story it is, an on-running narrative, I think would get weak a lot faster than if you do 6 issues here, take a month or 2 off, maybe 3 months off, and then give us another 6 issues. I think that's the best way to do it. So those were all the books I want to talk about from last week. The other one I grabbed was the Mighty Morphin number 3. Really not much more I can say about the Mighty Morphin and the Power Rangers books. They're really great series. If you've been reading Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and if you've read the Draken miniseries and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink miniseries, all the stuff that Boom Studios has been putting out for it, the level of quality and excitement and intrigue in those stories has maintained the same level for the most part since the series began. So it's really not much more I can say about that. So let's talk about the books that I got from CodyCon. Like I said, this is going to be a small haul. Some of these books I got because I like the cover. For example, Atlas Comics. This is from January 1975. The Grim Ghost, with art by Ernie Colin, which is pretty awesome. He's one of my favorite 70s Marvel artists as well. So got that one. And then I also grabbed issue 2. Issue 2 had it was actually a 1-2. It was a combo pack, so I got them both together. Love these covers. It's just going to be one of those really weird off the wall books that very few people even know about, but I'm going to have it in my collection because I want it. I like the covers for it. Speaking of a book that I picked up because I like the cover, Batgirl Special #1, a Mike Mignola cover. Gotta love it. Next, this is Amazing Spider-Man number 219. This is a Frank Miller cover. This was an upgrade copy. I have this one, but the cover's pretty beat up. So this is going to go into my collection, and that one's going to come out. So I have a nicer, I guess a higher grade copy, for lack of a more accurate term. So that is just an upgrade copy. This is another one I got just because this character, D-Man, Captain America, issue 328. I think this is the second appearance of the guy who is D-Man. He appeared in another book out of costume. This, if I recall correctly from when I was reading up on it, this is his first appearance in costume. So that's pretty cool, and he's just an absolutely ridiculous character. Marvel does next to nothing with him, but what the heck, why not? I'd like to have that in my collection. And I think this is the last one. Yes, Thor number 164. I believe this is an early appearance, not a first appearance, of course, but this is an early appearance of him who later becomes Adam Warlock, if I remember correctly. And I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, in the comments down below, definitely correct me on that, because the last thing I want is to have inaccurate information. So let me know if that's correct or not. But it's an amazing cover. I mean, and especially for as old as it is. I mean, it's got some, it's a little beat up on the spine there, but you know what? Overall, it presents really well. And the colors are crisp, they're solid. The greens are green, the reds are red. There's no fading on there at all. It's just an amazing cover altogether. I mean, even if it doesn't have him in it, I would like to. I'm glad to have this in my collection just for the cover alone. So, and those are all the books that I got from CodyCon. Of course, CodyCon is unless something happens, it's every Friday on Cody Lockwood's Facebook page from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. I'll put a link in the description box down below to Cody's Facebook page, so you can join us every Friday. It's a lot of fun. We're a small but close knit group of people, a nice small CodyCon community that we get together and have fun. Grab some great books, some amazing covers, some keys, some graded stuff, some great stuff, and just have a blast doing it. So I'll put that description down there below, and I'll put the link down there below. And yeah, by all means, join us on Friday. It'd be great. I mean, he's had up to, I think, 30 people watching. I'd like to get that boosted up to 40, 50, 60, see if we can get that up into the triple digits for him. That would be pretty awesome. So, the books that I picked up this week, wrapping up Deceit's Dead Planet with issue 7, the Matina cover, Miracle Man. I have gotten all of these covers, and I absolutely love them. I got this one for the variant. I'm not a reader of the book, but Peach Momoko, Black Cat #2. The Aliens versus Marvel, I guess, covers is what we're going to call them. This one here has Black Cat with an alien queen behind her, and that's very awesome. I love that. And we'll do this one last, because this one's kind of a special book. Still getting the rest of these. I think I've got one more to get. So this is the Ghost Rider, The Return of Vengeance. This is the Ryan Stegman cover, proving once again that Ryan Stegman, pretty much, there is no character in Marvel that he cannot draw and make look awesome. I don't know what the guy is doing, but he's every character that I've seen him draw. I mean, some may not be as good as others, but they're all so amazing. But I grabbed that one. I've got one more to go. Hopefully I'll have that next week. Power Rangers #3. Good stuff. And Stillwater #5. Great book, great book. And this is the last one I wanted to share. King in Black #3, Peach Momoko variant. Got a little yin yang with Null and Venom going on there. Now this one here, I'm not into the Null. I read the first issue of King in Black. Kind of just, it wasn't for me. It kind of was boring to me. I was not impressed. I was not enthused about it. Don't really care. I'm trying to get out of variant covers, but they keep dragging me in. The reason why I got this one, and actually, let me pop this open. I should have had this prepared in advance, but there is a specific reason why I grabbed this book, and it is because it is a store variant for Nostalgia Inc. Nostalgia Inc. is my comic book shop. That's the one that I go to. I've been going there since 1988. The very first comic book that started my collection came from that store. About 90 to 94% of my collection came from that store. I go down there every week without fail, and that they were able to get not just a variant cover for them specifically, but it was a variant cover for a major Marvel event. My opinion aside, my opinion doesn't matter, but this is a huge Marvel event. And the cover is done by one of the hottest artists in comics today, Peach Momoko. I mean, this is a triple threat, awesome, amazing thing to happen, and especially for for my local comic shop to have that name on the back of a Marvel comic means a lot. I absolutely love this cover. I'm so glad to have it in my collection. There is a Virgin variant that he has down there. I'm going to see if I can get down there and get the Virgin variant as well, just to show some more support for my local comic shop. So what I'll do is, for this, anybody out there who's interested in this, as long as he has copies available, I'll go ahead and put the link to Nostalgia Inc.'s Facebook page in the description down below, so you can contact them if you're interested in getting this awesome, hot, just amazing Peach Momoko King in Black #3 Nostalgia Inc. exclusive cover variant. I mean, I'll hold that up as close as I can before it gets blurry, but that is amazing. Look at that. Peach Momoko knocks it out of the park once again, and I absolutely love it. So that is it. That is all I've got for this week. Show that one more time. I'm so proud of my local shop. Tim Stairs, Josh Kelly, all the guys down there. I'm just so proud and happy for them to have reached this moment, this pinnacle for a comic shop, to join the ranks of other stores across the country who have their own variant covers. It's awesome. So again, that's it. That's all I got. So thanks for watching. If you like what I do here, feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment down below. There's that little bell thing down there, I believe. You can go ahead and click on that to get notifications when I do a new video. I do this every Thursday, and yes, I am still working on something that I can do so I can have 2 videos a week. I'd like to kind of boost this up to 2 videos a week, but with my work schedule, noon to 8 most days, and my store is closing, so I'm going to be out of work probably for a little while. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But again, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week. Have a great weekend and enjoy your comic books.